Yeah, it's still coming up on YouTube, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only just started it now. Okay, there we go. How's it? We're up?
Still nothing, but probably because it. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, delay. Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? James here. Charlie's over there.
They cannot connect though.
It says cannot connect. Yeah, the chat says cannot connect, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe I need to what is it? Refresh cache or something. Let's see.
Oh wait, wait. I just have a phone call. Be right back.
Yep, sure. Let's test. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we're fine. Let's go. Blah. Ah, can't connect to YouTube. It's connected to Twitch, but not YouTube. Wait. Yeah, can't connect to YouTube. That's why. I see why. For now, I'm just going to turn off Rootney and go back to restream chat. Much easier that way.
Ew.
Is it so mendokusaya? Okay, browser source. That is this thing, restream chat. Okay, there we go. Where is it? Settings.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Chat stream.
So did we start it?
We started. Just I gotta figure out the chat because I just realized the Rootney chat is not taking any input from YouTube because it's YouTube events.
I see.
You might want to like reconnect to YouTube because like last time you said it as an event, right?
Yeah, I said it's an event. It worked last time. Let's see. I don't know. It's weird. Turn off Rootney. No, the restream's not working.
Oh wow, you made Tokiri look like as if he's some special kid.
I made him into a ball. That's what we had him as before. Copy. There we go. Okay. There. Okay, we're good. Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry about that. Little mishap there. But James here, Charlie over there, and Tokiri down there.
Hello.
There. Welcome to the Tiger Dojo, where we randomly discuss whatever's not live with FGO. I think I might go paste links into me as well. Yeah, just kidding. So yeah, what's up, guys? What's hanging? Don't leave me hanging here.
Was this a Doki Doki Literature Club reference?
Yes, no, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, besides my Jeanne d'Arc frustration, how else should I be? Oh, James, you make me so mad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, yes, I pulled J Alta live on stream, so yeah. I was pulling for lols, man. So
I guess I should pull next time for lols as well.
that's always the goal. Just pull for lols. Pull for lols. So you haven't been playing the event much?
No.
No.
I mean, I would if I wouldn't have if I would have the time and also the motivation.
Mats are good though. Mats are good though. Okay.
Oh yeah, does it finally hand us some Infinity Gear?
It does actually.
Oh, okay, then I gotta play.
You get a couple, but I
You
don't...
get like around 28.
That's a good start, I guess, because we haven't got Infinity Gears for any events recently.
What do you need Infinity Gears for? Shield Archer?
No, I need for my waiver and for my.
We haven't had
Musashi.
Infinity Gears in a while, apparently. Like, I'm pretty damn low on Infinity Gears right now.
I think the last time we got it was Narrowfest, probably.
Yeah. Oh,
Something
it was
around
ages
that.
ago.
I'm really out of Infinity Gear for like, let's say, 4 months or something.
It's been a while. I just didn't realize that we hadn't had Infinity Gears. I'm already down to like under 20. So, yeah. And I had like, what, way more than that ages ago. And I wasn't keeping track. Anyway,
I hope at least you farmed your bones last you went.
Not enough. Not enough. I was farming the Da Vinci event, and I did like what, 50 boxes on both sides, about. Yeah, that's like the most I've ever farmed actually.
Compared to Christmas event?
Like in Christmas, I farmed just 50, right?
Yeah.
And then and then there's only the one side. There's no like double side or anything. With Da Vinci event, there's 2 sides. So technically, I farmed like 100 boxes about. So
That's still a lot, actually.
yeah. For Da Vinci event, I farmed about 60, 70 maybe, somewhere around there.
Hmm.
Yeah. But anyways, like Da Vinci, I just farmed like almost 100, and it still wasn't enough. Like in terms of bones, I have like what? I had like 200 or something, but I need like just that much to max out Altera skills. So it's like bullshit.
I mean, thanks to the event, I started to like increase skill levels of certain servants rapidly, but then I noticed, oh man, the QP is real. I'm always out of QP now.
QP is real.
What about you, Charles? Have you farmed anything?
I actually finished up to 140 floors at the moment.
Oh, so you went and did it? Okay, yeah.
Because you told me to don't bother about it, so I was like, okay.
I thought we were going to do it on Monday, so I was like, okay, I'll just do it at my own time then. That's alright.
Well, yeah, you both had a stream about it, right?
Yeah, we streamed the 100 floors. So the initial 100 floors. Then there's 100 floors more, which I'm gonna do now at my own time. But
Is
yeah.
it actually? Wait, how hard is it to reach 100 actually?
To be honest, it's not hard.
Like it's the regular stages are pretty easy. But like the boss stages, you have to get a little careful. Then once it starts going higher level, of course it starts getting harder, and like some of the boss stages are just obnoxiously hard. Like I was watching Sean do Kita Sean do his stream of the 100th floor against Shuten, and yeah, like the debuffs are insane crazy. So
Wait, which shoot are you talking about? The Shuten that we played against?
yeah, the 100th floor.
She's okay, dude.
I don't know. Well, he seemed to be having a lot of trouble with it because the debuffs was just really stupid and couldn't kill her past her. I don't know. Her, like in her last bar, he couldn't kill her. So he ended up using his command seals.
He probably didn't have enough servants, right?
I don't know.
I think he probably has just as much servant as James actually, or even more.
He has more. I know he had Merlin, and it's using
It's like I was literally saving all my servants for the 100th floor, and I just literally went all out.
yeah, me too. Well, yes. 'Cause, what I ended up doing was I ended up Skaha cheesing the first break bar.
Oh yes, Kaha.
Yeah. No, I have Skaha. Of course, I have Skaha. Yeah. I've had Skaha for ages. She was my first sister also. So I ended up breaking her first bar and then just
Switched out.
nah. I just dealt the rest with whatever I had on. So I had Ereshigal. That's right. Yeah, Ereshigal NP Brave Chain. And I managed to kill Shuten with that. So yeah, current events in JP is Settlement Challenge. Because everyone knows that by now. It's a challenge event where you're restricted with servants and stuff. So when you use your servant, it gets tired. You can't use the same servant for 4 hours for the event. If you put him in the onsen, it's 2 hours. And yeah, and no support servants.
You know, there's actually you can actually take the servants out from bath.
You can take them out, but it stops the thing, so it reverts back to normal, I think.
It doesn't revert, like it reverts, but then like you still get the cooldown you got initially.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can just put it back and just reduces 2 hours by 2 hours. So let's say you put it in the buff initially, it's 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
And let's say I rested for an hour, so it's 3 hours left. No, I rested for an hour, so it's an hour left. And when you take it out, it's only 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Even Charles has strategies for this event. This surprises me a lot.
Kind of. So this event kind of forces you to actually think a little bit, you know, use your servants. You have to use a fair amount of servants. Well, considering that you haven't played the event, well, I guess you can't say much about it, but...
Sadly, no. I would like to, but then, yeah, gotcha happened.
It's okay. Like honestly, the event wasn't as hard as I really thought it was going to be. Like you could literally just rely on one servant and just burst your way through. That's the way I see it. Which is
So I guess you probably rely yourself on John Alter.
I can't, dude.
No,
It's
you,
only-
you
I
can't
don't-
rely on any one servant because they get tired for 4 hours. So you can't use them in the event again for 4 hours. So what you have to like mix and match between different servants.
Here's the surprising thing though. I
Yeah.
only used Gun Alter once in the whole event.
Then what kind of servant did you actually use the most? Probably Merlin, I guess.
No.
You can't really use any one servant the most. That's a thing, right? Because they all get tired. You have to keep switching.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
So
why the
So
event
after you
is
do
kind
the
of
first floor, right? You use
Yeah.
these 3 servants. After you use these 3 servants, you can't use them for another 4 hours. So during that 4 hours, as you progress on each floor, you have to keep switching servants. And every time you finish using them, they get tired, and they get tired, and they get tired. So in the end, when you get to like the 30th floor, you probably only have like 6 servants left. That's like not tired. That's the
Or you
annoying.
just wait. Or I guess you just wait for the next day, probably.
You can wait for the 4 hours to go up. You know, each map is also only 1 AP, so because it's a challenge event. So yeah,
Hmm.
and the rewards are kind of lackluster, I guess. But it's 1 AP maps, so I guess it's kind of good in that sense. The AP
I mean,
usage
at
is
least-
very light.
I mean, like at least give some quartz or grails or something.
You get quartz, you get tickets, you get all sorts of mats. It's just the mats are like one of for every floor or something.
What the
Well,
fuck?
you get 3 cubes total in the whole event.
Yeah, I need those cubes, man. I'm like completely out of laws.
I'm out of money.
I have 400 mil right now, but it'll be gone in like I don't know. Give me those 3
literally
laws and they'll be
gone after-
gone in like 2 seconds.
It's literally gone after leveling Musashi.
Yeah.
So what else happened in JP? The Da Vinci event was before that.
The Vinci event was before that, but yeah. Other than that, it's mostly just been this event and with the current raid ups, which are Shuten, Kintoki, and Raiko. So I might as well talk about them since they're out now. What are your guys' opinions on Kintoki? Yeah, Kintoki's got his animation revamp and everything too. So
Which one?
Kintoki, the Zerk Kintoki, you know, the first one.
I never seen the revamp animation.
They're nothing too special, I guess. I mean, they feel similar to Hijikata, I would say. Similar.
In terms of Kintoki's kit,
No, not Kid, the animations.
the animation. I guess kind of. It's not really because like Kintoki has a kind of axe-like thing, as Hijikata is a katana, you know.
Yeah, that's true though. But like, after seeing the NP animation, I would say it
The
feels
NP
same.
animation is not like that much significantly more awesome. It's like, I mean, like he has like spikes now coming out when he smacks the ground with his, you know, golden smash. Like I think it's really his regular battle animations, because you have like yeah, like his attack animations are kind of different, and then you have his whole skill animation. Like what I think was pretty cool was that actually he takes out a smoke now. FGF
Oh yeah, I
promoting
forgot
smoking.
about that. Give the man a cigar. Totally forgot about that.
Kids at home
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
smoke.
That's definitely like a nice added detail, because I think it suits personality, especially if there already exists a biker version of Kintoki.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm not really sure what his background is, but it definitely adds up to his character, I would say.
He has his own legend. I'm not really sure so much about the whole Kintaro legend and stuff like that. But apparently, this whole event was in terms of the story, right? Shuten and Ibaraki made this
Legend.
100 floor.
His legend was basically he was one of the generals under Raiko.
Yeah, the generals under Raiko. But
And then basically they're known for demon slaying and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then Raiko treats him pretty much as his own son. And basically what happened was Kintoki's actual parents were actually yokai. So he's actually not fully human. Then as we all know, he got pretty much seduced by Shuten and shit happened.
but
Why do I have the feeling that you know all these stuff because of Raiko?
Nah, I actually studied Japanese history back then in high school.
yeah, I haven't studied Japanese history at all. So
So
yeah, the
if you
story
ask me
with
if
the event.
anything from the start till the end, I pretty much know majority of it.
The story for this event is Shuten and Ibaraki make a tower. Well, Shuten makes a tower, and she makes it so that the higher you get, the more drunk you get, and as you go up the tower, right? And it's made so that Kintoki can't go up there with Shuten, so to meet Shuten, because you know that Kintoki will end up, you know, having a slugfest out with Shuten, and that would not be very good. So she does that to meet up with Tomoe at the end, because Tomoe is like the only one who can make it up, because she's like half Oni, half human. So that Shuten can talk with Tomoe and be like, "Did what happened to your parents? Did they live?" So the whole purpose of this is Shuten basically just wants to talk with Tomoe to see if, you know, humans and Onis can work out. If you catch my drift, because
Kind of feels like an April Fool if you summarize it like that.
she wants to get together with Kintoki. That's why. So
I mean,
Well, she doesn't
what else?
really want to get together with Kintoki. She just finds Kintoki amusing.
Not according to this story. So according to the story here, like she wants to see if it would work out between humans and demons. Oni.
Tomoe Gozen was actually a tragic story though.
Tomoe Gozen. What happened to Tomoe Gozen?
She was not like half Oni at the start, but she was actually full human at the start. But pretty much, someone was jealous over her appearance and all that stuff, so one of the yokais actually pretty much cursed her and caused her to become half human, half Oni, into someone that can't die, and you know, she had to look at her loved ones disappear and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There was something about someone she liked as well. I can't remember how that story went. It's quite a while ago.
Kind of sounds like Tamamo.
Tamamo is a different case. Tamamo is basically, she was more, how do I say it? She was more admiring how humans live, and basically she wanted to be closer to that of them. So she basically snuck in the palace and tried to enjoy human life.
And then they found out, and then yeah,
they found out because of Abe no Seimei.
Yeah.
And another saying was because Abe no Seimei is actually not fully human as well. He's actually half a fox. And some say that it's Abe's actually birthright mother asked Tamamo to basically go in and take care of him to make sure he properly, you know, has a good upbringing and stuff like that.
You should know your stuff, man.
It's Japanese history. I didn't study any of it, so I mean, like, it wasn't in my school.
Mythology was part of it, but the ones I'm mostly studying is actually the growth of religion in Japan and basically how it worked out during the warlords era and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then after that, we have like ethnics and culture. But yeah.
Okay, well, this is the whole story with Kintoki Shuten, and then there's Raiko as well. Raiko, yeah, babies Kintoki, all that. Let's say, yeah. On that hand, we have, you know, romance happening in FJP. On the other side, we've got Valentine's happening in NA right now. So.
So I mean, NA had like Brunhilde first.
NA had a Brunhilde right up before. Right now, Brunhilde's gone. So I think.
Yeah, I know that. Now it's
Narrow Bride. Yeah. So
I mean during the Brunhilde event, it was crazy because like do you guys know Deku?
Yeah, I've seen Deku's videos on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, he spent like I think 500 or even more packs for Brunhilde and still didn't got her.
Oh, I heard about that.
I mean, it's nothing for you, Sure.
I'm saying that because I spent $1,000 on Alta and I didn't get her.
MHX Alta.
He still didn't.
I did it live as well.
Jesus Christ!
And then after that, I wait for 2 days and I got it again in like a single pack and I got it. Sometimes it just works, sometimes it just doesn't.
What I'd say is that, you know, sometimes I'm getting echo from you, Charles. Sometimes if it's not your day, just stop. Try another day.
I did this as well with J Altars. It didn't end well. I think I got it on 3 separate days.
3 separate days and you still didn't get her. How much did you spend though?
Yeah, I mean like 7 packs. You can calculate it yourself.
Holy shit.
J Alta, what happened with her?
Holy shit, 7 packs.
The first 3 days, right? Her rates are actually pretty damn good. Like I got 3 copies, 2 copies, like literally easily. But then afterwards, the last 2 to 3 days, it's actually almost impossible to get. Like I got spooked like fucking 7 times.
I mean, the fact that you even got her makes me mad.
I think it's just because you're trying to go for MP5.
Did you gacha for her on the first day?
On the first day, on the middle somewhere, and on the last 2 days.
So on the middle somewhere and on the last 2 days, that's where you shouldn't have done it. I figured out they must have done something to the rates.
Because I got you
screwed.
on that day that you didn't get her, and I got her. So I don't know what you're on about, but I got her. So
Who cares about you?
the salt, the salt.
I think probably Charles is thinking he would rather have spent that money on GBF.
No, shit, I honestly don't want to like do GBF.
I also stopped playing because I got burned out.
You know, I actually got a invite from. Do you know Pink Dragon Kittens?
I don't know GBF streamers.
You know,
It's a
I don't know,
guild.
you know who Pally Kun is?
No, I just know Sora.
Sora.
Yeah.
But basically, I got invited by one of the top guilds recently. But then
Mm.
I honestly don't feel like playing GBF.
Did you also got burned out or bored?
Hmm?
Did you also got burned out or did you got bored?
It's more like I can't really enjoy the game itself. It's like maybe it's because I'm playing with no one at the moment, and then it's just really boring in my guild. And pretty much they have their own little circle and they talk their stuff. Then afterwards they set up another group chat and they talk in that one.
So you are set aside.
I feel like I was set as an outcast, but then they rely on me as like the main scorer to basically bring the guild rank up. So I have this one guy messaging me, that's my friend, and literally that's my interaction with the guild. And then like what's
That's so
worse,
sad, man.
you know in Guild Wars where people actually have like the attack spec, defense spec, and like vice captain and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
And they're in charge of activating skills whenever needed. And they gave these roles to like these level 40s or level 50s. And they just activate them randomly, which cause, I don't know, it's a waste of a skill. Then here I am being an outcast trying to outscore. I just kind of got sick of it, so I was like, fuck this shit. Just didn't
Quit the
bother.
guild?
Huh?
Did you quit the guild or what?
I didn't quit, I just literally stopped playing.
Yeah, I mean, like in the first place, I would say look for a new guild, honestly, because like the ones that you are in, this is like literally bully, because this ain't fun. Second of all, I mean, because of that, you probably just got burned off of GBF. I got burned off the game literally normally like that, but you just because of the people you were surrounded.
I don't
So-
know, man. Like GBF is also tiring because
Yeah, I mean exactly. That's why I quit it in the first place. I got totally burned out of the game.
like my grids are still up to date at the moment. That's a good thing, but introducing MLB Magnus, so that's a complete new grid coming soon. And then after that, you know the Jutenshu is already there, right? And then you have
Mhm.
Final Ascension, and now they're
Mhm.
introducing Arkham, so you have like the Oracles. You
Mhm.
can't afford to miss one day. It's just fucking hell, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's why yeah, I quit GBF as well. The grind was too much for me.
Like if I actually have like a proper play group and everyone's hanging out and we play together, maybe I'll still give my efforts to play it. But if it's like this, then I can't be stuffed, man. Like SMD, dude.
Good thing that to have you in GBF as well, actually. I mean in FGO then.
That's why I kind of like went back to FGO because of that. So
Good thing. But besides that, now the Valentine's Day, Valentine event in FGO. Yeah, I mean, have you played it, James?
I'm playing it now, and I've already gotten a couple of chocolates.
Have you?
I don't
Right.
know if I intend to get everyone, because you know my NA account is not all that great right now. So farming is a hell of a pain.
Same.
I mean, it's hella painful, and it's not efficient either. So I don't know if I can actually manage to get it for everyone, unless I don't know, unless I got like gacha pussies and shit, which I did already.
I mean, the only reason you farmed the Valentine event in overall is just because of waifus, nothing more, nothing less.
Kind of like I'm doing it because I want to actually read the scenes, you know, because like whenever you buy a chocolate, right, or get a chocolate from the
Mhm.
shop, you get a scene with that specific character and just like some dialogue. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun to read, you know, just overall. There's like a little bit of just funny tidbits, you know, here and there. Was relating to the character being like, oh, here's your chocolate. Yeah, no, what are you talking about? There's no dumbbell in there. If you know who I'm referencing to.
I mean, I would play it. They would have Abigail, but that's not happening.
Not yet. I mean, game is still too young, man.
Way too young. I mean, compared to Korea,
Korea.
I mean, have you heard Korea is going now? Yeah, balls deep right now.
They're trying to finish. They're trying to finish Solomon by the end of this year.
I mean, they want to even catch up to China, which is crazy.
I mean, no, they want to finish Solomon by the end of this year. That's compressing 2.5 years into 1 year.
Yeah,
that's basically
that's way too stressful.
That's over double the speed of what we had. Yeah, so that's insane.
I mean, that sounds insane at first, but I mean that's kind of normal for Korea because they normally play any game hardcore.
I mean,
it's like nothing for them, dude. They just fucking play on the side while they do StarCraft.
Exactly.
But then there's also, you know, like the whole raid ups and everything, like because there's no rest time in between anything. So
I mean, if Korea has money, why it what's the issue?
They need rest, man. Time is money, friend.
So to me, it seems like they're really just catering to whales. Like I don't think you can free to play that.
To the culture.
Yeah, the culture, whale. I mean, how are you gonna free to play that?
How is that whale, dude? Maybe they just kept playing with free servants. You don't know.
No,
that.
how do you play that free to play and not whale? Sorry, like how do you play every event and not whale? Because you're at a point where like it's so early for you to not be able to be doing events. How do you play the events with under-level servants unless you're spending quartz to grind to level them?
Maybe they gave them more apples. You don't know that. Because usually if it's Korea, they probably have some deals with net cafes and all that stuff.
I don't know. I mean, that just seems like
you can't just like fucking throw like a stereotype on people and just call them whale without.
It sounds like they're catering to whales. I'm not saying they're all whales. I'm just saying sounds like they're just saying only whales matter. That's what it sounds like.
Is like most likely they probably worked some deal out with the company since it's a different publisher. And if it's Korea, they most likely have all kinds of deals with like Netcafe, or they call it PC Bangs. And basically what happened is if you play in this Netcafe, they probably give you like fucking 100 apples for free and just like that.
Oh, that's similar in China actually.
Yeah, like what they did, that's what they did with like League of Legends and everything. If you play there, maybe if you use the wireless network of that PC Bang, then you actually cost you like 1/4 of your stamina, or because that's where most of the kids in Korea spend their time in net cafes. And their net cafes is nothing like our net cafes. Their net cafe is like all decked out with like literally showers and all that crap. And any games you play there, you get an advantage in playing in specific net cafes because they have their own exclusive deals with this game publisher or game company.
And compared to China, they have exactly the same thing. Let's say like if you have a VIP and Bilibili and visit one of the net cafes and connect towards the Wi-Fi, you get rewards daily. So that's I mean like for every day for that day you just get that reward, for the next day you get that reward, and so on so later. That's the same thing they do in China actually, if I think about it now.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. There's a possibility there, so maybe. Okay, we don't really know.
So like China FGOs doesn't really have like directly whales. They mostly whale through the VIP of Bilibili because they like I don't know, they get like 3-4 quartz or something if they visit the net cafe. So it's quite a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But speaking of China, have you heard about it now?
Yeah, China's going through a little bit of a dilemma now, I guess. You know.
I mean, they are on the edge of closing the game probably if it won't get.
Yeah. So what's happening now in China is the government is cracking down on the whole MOBA
thing
games.
Thing is, right?
in China.
They are just basically investigating. Like, the news was actually proved to be like a hoax, whatever you call it.
Hmm.
And what happened was, some guy looked at a Twitter account called Azulane, and they thought it's like the official Azulane Twitter saying all this stuff, but basically it's not. So they assume basically China is closing down the game, but China never said anything like that. What happened is they're basically doing a random regulation search to make sure you guys are not publicizing like sexuality and all that stuff. If it is, please fix it up.
It's not unusual for China though. I mean, like it wouldn't be unexpected if they were to ban these games.
And the thing being targeted this time, FGO wasn't even targeted.
Sure, apparently,
FGO
no.
FGO wasn't in the list.
Wait,
Not
I
sure.
think I just lost connection. What did you say?
FGO wasn't in the list of targets this time, so
Hmm.
it was just Azulane and a bunch of random Chinese games.
I mean, I just hope that most of the random Chinese games get closed because they get heavily paid to win. Is from my experience. Azure Lane is actually fine, I would say.
This time the two major concerns for people is Azulane and Hokai Third. Other than that,
Yeah.
Why? But why Azure Lane again?
they said it's a random pick. So they basically just grabbed a list of games that's published in Chinese region.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Just issues with China and censorship and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, well, hopefully it is actually a hoax and nothing actually does close down. It'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, it would also be pretty bad because if I remember correctly, FGO China probably has the biggest market in FGO general. Like they make the most profit in China.
The biggest profit right now is out of all the FGO is still Japan.
Not China, because I heard that China even surpassed Japan.
No, they didn't surpass it. They're like second place.
I mean,
And
after
then-
the Alta event they had, I see why. I mean,
And then third
it
place
literally
is Taiwan.
exploded.
It's Taiwan and Hong Kong region. It's third place.
Taiwan
Japan,
and Hong Kong,
China.
I didn't thought that they would actually top this high. But then again, there aren't that many
They
servers
still
yet.
top that high, but then like they couldn't reach to the top. Most likely is because majority of Taiwan and Hong Kong's players are all in the Japan server, and they can't give two fucks about the the extra region. you can
So
call it.
basically us.
Yeah, I was just thinking, why did they even bother with the Taiwan server? Yeah.
I actually wish they
Like-
made the same thing like in
Taiwan
GBF,
server.
like
Why
just
would they even
releasing an
bother?
English patch
It's
for the
extra revenue, James.
What?
For the company,
Extra
the
revenue.
publisher. Extra
But like
revenue,
they have to
and-
sell. Sorry, they sell the license to Well, the Lightworks sells the license to whatever country,
Not
right?
the Lightworks.
Oh,
It's Aniplex.
Aniplex. Sorry. Yeah.
They sell it to Taiwan, and one of the Taiwan companies buys it,
Yeah.
and basically that company knows buying it, people will play it regardless, and they will probably earn the money back and earn a lot from it.
Yes, people. Yeah, they will earn their money back regardless.
So
But-
why wouldn't they do it?
It just seems like it's not. I mean, I guess it's money. So
It's economics, James. They don't
Yeah.
need to understand the game. They don't need to understand whether or not you give a shit about joining another server. All they need to know is if there's demand in the market, then you can
It
get
makes
it.
money.
It makes money, and you get profit.
But that also
High
gives a high
high
risk of
percentage.
them to just shut the game as soon as it stops earning profits.
They don't have to do that, because what happens is, to be honest, to run these servers, if there's not enough people playing it, that means it doesn't cost them that much to run the servers. It's based on bandwidth and workload of the server, and most likely a publisher that buys out these titles are most likely like fucking filthy rich.
Yeah. Okay.
They're like rich beyond your expectations. The guy probably drives like a Phantom every day. to work a lot. And probably has
And
like
what,
one of every color.
Then what about the Monster Strike one? Because NA Monster Strike like yeah, went down.
And then Monster Strike went down is because it's actually by the same company. It's by Gumi.
Gumi, oh, I had so bad experience with this company.
Yeah, this company, because what happened is they're actually, for Gumi it's a different case because they are actually in the stock market.
What you mean?
So for companies in the stock market, their resources are literally almost unlimited, but they have to watch careful of their actions and do whatever and prioritize whatever fast, because any bad mistakes they make could result in their stock market price dropping.
So because Monster Strike wasn't that successful, they decided to shut the whole server down, or what?
Basically, for Gumi in Monster Strike's case is, if everyone's playing the Japan one and not giving two fucks about the NA one, then what they should do is basically make everyone go to Japan and fuck the NA.
Oh man.
And other than that, at the same time, what they did was they synchronized the Taiwan server with the Japan server at the same time. So it's actually all the events are on the spot. With
Why
like
don't-
live events and everything.
Why doesn't FGO have such things?
It just took
okay.
way too long before, you know, other FGO servers came up. I don't think they intended
Like
to. at the start.
FGO, to be honest, right? They honestly, in my opinion, they never expect this game to grow in such a massive scale.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I don't think they
expect
expected it to grow so big that it would have servers like everywhere.
No one expected to blow up. Like even I didn't expect it to blow up because there's been multiple Fate-related mobile games in the past, and
Really?
they didn't end successfully. Yeah.
Which one? I never heard of them.
There used to be a Fate Zero one, which it's like a click. It's a. Have you ever played Ayakashi Ghost Guild back in the
No.
days? Do you know the kind of phone games where you kept clicking and it takes your stamina and you walk towards the step of a dungeon and you encounter events and all that stuff?
I think so.
It's similar to that. There used to be a Fate Zero game, pretty much it, and it ended up horribly, and the game closed down.
I'm not surprised.
So what
How it
about
comes to yeah?
what about Kairise Million Alpha then? Because there was the English version of that, an American version or whatever, and that server was, yeah, it's dead now. It's like I think it's shut down, but it was pretty bad.
The thing about Kairise is, same thing. It's Square Enix. They own everything. They're not gonna sell it.
Okay.
I think Square Enix is probably one of the worst one to manage gacha games.
Everyone should know. Like, if you play a game from Square, don't bother playing other languages.
What you mean?
Like, Square Enix is known to be licensing and publishing all sorts of random games, even though they know it's shit, they still publish it because they're that big. And they did it in so-called supporting the amateur market and to let them grow. But at
I
least
think
do
you're
some
not
QC
wrong
checks.
about that, because like if I remember correctly, there was that one gacha game, I think it was Mahoka, published from Square Enix. It's so broken, like completely buggy till this date. It still isn't fixed. But it still grows, I guess.
Server's still open. Okay.
I mean the game is the game looks good, but it's a complete mess full of bugs. I tested it out last week. It still crashes a lot.
I've never tried
It's
this.
just happened.
I mean, yes, they do happen, but they shouldn't happen if you have a decent phone or like a good phone.
For them, right, Square Enix, the way they run is, I'm just going to throw out a whole list of games, and it doesn't matter as long as one of them hits and makes it big. All I have to do is shut down the other ones and just let the big one grow. It's like spreading the seeds on the field and see which one grows a flower.
Yeah, okay, I see. So Square Enix just really doesn't care. Like, just
Doesn't care. They have the money.
Yeah.
If any developers want to do something, I'll support you. You know, you have like maybe like an year's time to do it. If you can't do it, then I'm shutting it down.
Kind of
Don't
feels
waste
like
money.
kind of feels like Final Fantasy 15 because that game was a disappointment.
It's actually not bad. I don't know why.
I mean, I haven't played the DLCs, but like the story overall was such a mess for me.
It's not. The story is not as Final Fantasy style as you think.
I mean,
It's more like for kids growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but I think the thing that bothered me probably the most was like the first half is like a snail pace thing, and then all of a sudden things happen at the second half.
Coming from me who hasn't played 15 yet, it feels like it's almost trying to be somewhat like 7. Yeah, with the whole, you kind of have a small story premise, but you go over, like, map it, you go around, like, really far and shit like that. I don't know, I just thought, like, because you had to go around exploring a fair bit, it seemed pretty similar, so...
No, I mean, 15 hasn't... And, I mean, or at least I didn't find any similarity between 15 and 7. Maybe with Nocturne's hairstyle, but even...
I'm just talking about the whole exploring the continent thing, that's it. Because when I was playing 7, god man, I had to go all over the place. Just looking for shit.
I mean, a game where you really have to explore is Dragon Quest.
It's pretty fucked up.
What do you mean?
I just played the latest one. It's pretty fucked up.
Dragon Quest or what?
11, yeah.
Is it good? Because I'm still hyped for that.
It's pretty good. It's better than I expected.
I mean, that's what a lot of people say, especially if you see the sales in Japan.
Dragon Quest is really popular in Japan.
For me, like, in terms of Final Fantasy as a product itself, I would say the last one that ended for me was 12. And after 12, everything was just horseshit.
What about Crisis Core?
Crisis Core? Crisis Core was a PSP game. It's a spin-off, so it didn't count. Crisis Core was okay. It's just a prequel to retell what happened before 7. And we just look at how Zack dies.
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to agree with you. I haven't played 12. 10 wasn't good for me, in my opinion, because I dislike the story and the characters.
For me, 10 is still okay. It's like a complete new evolution and change. And then 12 is literally... I thought I was playing fantasy football, which was pretty interesting, the system. Like, if you haven't played it, just play the PS4 remake. They enhanced everything, and everything's so easy to understand and play.
I mean, I planned to play it after I finish my .hack series.
Because you can probably just get it in, like, I don't know, in what do you have in Austria? I think you have, like, do you have EB Games? No, you have GameSpot.
I never watched the game reviews, to be honest.
No, I mean like the game stores. I can't remember what's the game
store.
No.
I mean, yeah, we just go to the electronic market or buy it through Amazon. That's not a problem. Or in the worst case, just PSN. So that's not really an issue at all.
Don't you just go to the local game stores?
I do as well, yeah. I mean, that's no problem at all. We get everything here.
Because last time I went to Austria, right? I went to these local game stores and I picked up like almost €100 of like second-hand games, and I have like 20 copies of it. It's pretty good.
You mean Final Fantasy or what?
No, just PS4 games in general.
The thing is probably, no one likes quote-unquote weeaboo games here, so they mostly just sell it off.
They treat it like trash, man. Like, I saw a copy of Valkyria Chronicles on PlayStation 4, and they were selling it for like fucking €4.
€4?
in a fucking bargain bin, and then I was like, what the fuck, man, I'm taking that shit.
I mean, like, speaking of second-hand games, wait, do you know, guys know .hack?
Yeah.
I recently just played the GU remastered, and I was so impressed that I just was scavenge hunting the first generation of the PS2 games, and I think I spent a total of 100 euros for all 4 games, which is crazy actually. Because like especially the 4th game, if you look up on Amazon, even a used copy cost about like, I don't know, 80 euros.
Wait. Are you talking about the initial .hack series or the Rebirth series?
Rebirth?
No, GU.
GU series. No, yeah, I mean, I finished the GU series as I mentioned before, the PS4, and I was so impressed that I thought that I get the first generation, so the IMOQ ones for the PS2.
So you the thing is, if you get those 4 copies, because they were overhyped as fuck, they probably cost like the shitloads. You probably need to pay like 200 USD for the whole set.
No, I mean, you pay like 100 USD for the first 3 games, and the 4th game alone costs 200 USD used.
There you go.
Yeah, and I got it for like 100 euros in total for all 4 games.
Look at this rich kid, man.
No, but I mean, I have to agree for one thing. It hasn't aged well. It has totally not aged well. I mean, like, I played for like 2 hours and set it aside. Because the
thing
graphics,
is, right?
Yeah.
I realized this one thing. Playing it on the PS2 again, unless you have some sort of upscaler or pixel density clearer, you don't want to play on the PS2. So
no, I played on my back portable PS3, so that's not an issue at all.
That means your thing's not upscaled.
What you mean?
They just stretched the thing, so it looks fucking horrible.
I think it looks okay. It's not the best, but it's okay.
Okay, I shouldn't be saying this, but since you own the game, it doesn't matter. Try downloading the ROM and play it on the emulator.
I mean, I've tried it, but I barely noticed the huge difference, I would say, because it still looks like a PS1 game in the end.
I was gonna get the copy. I was gonna get like a set of it to play myself too, but then I kind of like, do I have time to play it? Like, I look at the stack behind me, like this whole list of PS4 games I was gonna play, and I didn't play it. It's like, maybe I should just put down the side for it.
I mean, like, the reason why I am hyped now for Dragon Quest 11 is because I recently started to play Dragon Quest 8, which is amazing, I gotta say.
Oh, speaking of games that I actually really enjoy, and I'm really hyped about. I played the newest Digimon, the Cyber Sleuth.
Yes.
They released a new one. That's actually really damn good. I played that one. And then
I don't know. I'm not really into Digimon, so.
And then there's actually 2 more games I'm actually really hyped for, and then I never got a chance to buy and play it because it costs like a fucking truck in my area.
Let me guess. Dragon Ball.
No, the Magical Girls Academy. Magical Witch Girls Academy.
Is it out yet?
It's out.
I know what you mean. You mean the show that one is on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Little something Academia.
Yeah, Little Witch Academia.
Yeah, Little Witch Academia.
I mean, this is also hyped to no end, but I haven't watched the show, so I didn't bother.
I haven't watched it either. Apparently, it was a movie first, or movie first.
Yeah, it was some sort of OVA first, and then they made it into a 2-series movie, and it's got like some sort of movie afterwards. It's really messy.
I mean, it's really messy because it's the same thing with FGO. They didn't expect to be this successful. I mean, after the movies, they started a Kickstarter campaign, and it got funded really well. So well that even Netflix decided to buy the license. Because they saw there's a market.
And then the other one I really want to play was the new Idolmaster.
Idolmaster.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I can't really be bothered about Idoru.
I was going to buy it, then afterwards Monster Hunter World came out, and I was like, I'll get Monster Hunter.
I wish I could buy Monster Hunter, but all the money went to John the Arc.
Like, I wasn't gonna get it, but then my friend called me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it came in like 2 days earlier. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Okay."
2 days early in Hong Kong.
They always leak, dude.
They also probably leaked Dragon Ball Fighter Z, I guess.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z was out in Hong Kong like 3 weeks ago, dude.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
You can get an early release here pretty easy if you know.
Pretty fast. I don't know if you saw our YouTube videos. Like, we got the Switch like a week and a half before it was even out.
I don't know. Oh man, but like this year, I think it probably will be another amazing year just as last year, probably, because last year we had so many great games. I mean, the one that probably still lingers in my heart is probably Persona 5 the most.
Persona 5 from last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Persona 5 sounded good. I think I like Nier more out of the two. To be honest, Nier Automata.
I want to be honest. I tried Nier really hard. I tried to enjoy the game, but like the first playthrough was fine, but then after my second playthrough, I hated the rail shooter part so much I stopped the game.
The thing is, the second part is just basically the first part all over again. You have to play through that, and that's just the prologue of the game.
I mean, I felt ridiculous because like, where's the hack and slash? Now we're on a rail shooter, which you have to know. I hate rail shooters so much.
I hated the hacking too. The hacking was hella annoying. I hated it too.
I like the hacking the most, and then the rail shooter part ruined for me the game.
Deleted my save data.
What?
This was on the same file. So my game, his save data was with mine as well. So then, you know, when I came to the final option, where you have to you have to delete your save data. I'm like, or you choose to delete your save data or not. I'm like, okay, and it deleted his one too. I'm like, whoops. But you weren't even that far into the game, man. You were like past the first boss. That was it.
But he still got mad, I guess.
No, it was just like, whatever. It's like, I
was like, fuck this game, I won't play it.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Still wondering when we'll get Dragon Quest 11 in English.
If you ask me, like, the game of the year last year...
it was P5, wasn't it?
Was P5 even out last year? I think it was out the year before, dude.
In Japan, yes, but in Western it was last year.
For me, it was. I wouldn't say P5 was the top one because it was already out when, so I wouldn't count it. I wouldn't count as me. For me, it was probably Neo.
Neo.
What is Neo?
You don't know what Neo is? Nioh.
Oh, that
Neo.
one.
Yeah, Neo.
Yeah.
I haven't
seemed like
played
another
that.
Dark Souls-y type of game.
Okay, then I probably dislike it.
Yeah.
For me, like I thought I was going to not like the title, you know. I thought I wasn't going to like it, you know. But then like everyone on stream was like, "Get the game and play it," you know. And then I was like, you know what? Just to satisfy the audience, I'll play it. So the first time I got the game, I sat down with James and I was like, you know what? Let's do a dual stream again since we haven't done it for such a long time. When we played it, we fucked around with it. I made the guy not wear pants for like the first 2 hours of the game. Literally ran around without pants and trying to finish the game. And then somehow I get frustrated, of course. I get annoyed because I kept dying. And then somehow, because I kept dying, I want to fucking finish it just to get this shit over with. So I just kept playing the game. And afterwards, I realized the game actually wasn't as bad as we think it is.
Did you actually finish the game in your own time?
I got up to like almost the second last boss, but then I stopped because someone borrowed the game and never gave it back.
Okay.
Lol. I mean, there were so many great titles here, but I haven't played many of them. Besides a few which frustrated me. Speaking of you, Nier Automata. But yeah, P5 blew my mind because like I played Persona before P5 and I had really high expectations and they were all scored without doubt, no problem. So yeah, P5 is my game of the year probably. Afterwards, I would say .hack GU because it surprised me the most that I enjoyed it.
I wanted to buy it, but I didn't buy it.
I mean, the problem I had with GU was probably because, yeah, the story. I mean, if you think too logical about it, the story will make no sense. I would say about like the technical stuff or like something like that. But
Don't
if you
think
like,
too much, man, just play the game. Fuck.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the. I mean, I thought like this about like the second half of the game, which then surprised me even more because I liked it more than I thought. Yeah, else Zelda maybe, but I like Zelda was, I mean, expected, so can't really say much about that one, as well as for Mario. Other than that, I don't really have much in mind. Probably maybe Assassin's Creed Origin, but like, it was meh. I thought like it was good, but not as much as great as I expected to be.
For me, like this story, they kind of like fucked it up themselves by
In Assassin's Creed, you mean?
Assassin's Creed. Like,
Yeah,
in my
I have to
opinion,
agree with that,
I'm,
but like,
I'm not going to spoil it, but they kind of fucked up the story ever since the third one. So
no. What about 4?
4 is the one where they go pirate, right?
Right.
No, 4 was with the native Indian.
No, that was free.
That was free, yeah. So 4 was with the pirate, and for the pirate, like the whole story is just what the fuck is going on, you know? Like, I'm not saying the pirate story is bad. I'm saying because they go into the animus, right? So outside of the animus, they're in real life. The real life part is just the
Shit.
fuck, man. It's just shit. And then afterwards, you have all these like little tiny winks and bits of like random crap going on that you just went like, you know, there's no story on the other side anymore. It's just fucking stupid crap going on. So you only pay attention to the old history story, which
in my opinion was good until 4. Afterwards, they just messed around.
so for me, it's the last one that I really enjoy was 3, and then after that, I just didn't bother buying one single copy of the game anymore.
I mean, I'm still hyped for the next Assassin's Creed because they say it probably will be in ancient Japan or China. So
Speaking
we
of
finally,
that,
finally get ninjas.
You see that Japan released an animated Batman series?
But too
No,
much.
I haven't seen that.
Batman goes back in history and became a samurai.
Wait, he goes back to.
Back in history,
Yeah,
becomes
he
a
goes-
samurai. Why not a ninja,
samurai.
man? Come on, they missed that.
I thought he should be the
I think Harlequin and Joker are ninjas.
Why isn't he a ninja? He's a bat.
I think
Doesn't matter. He wants to be samurai.
I think the most ironic thing is about like he's a samurai, but the title is Batman Ninja. Like fuck the logic.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Don't ask me.
I mean, I'm hyped for a movie or VA or what will it be actually?
You know what? I'm really hyped.
Hmm?
Valkyria Chronicles 4.
I don't really know much about games, so I don't really bother.
Valkyria Chronicles is hella good. So yeah.
4
Wait,
is coming. 4 is coming in, I think, a month.
Wait, is it this XCOM anime World War II thing?
The fuck is going on?
No, Valkyrie Chronicles. So I'm
Valkyria Chronicles. The gameplay is a little bit like XCOM. Not exactly. It's kind of different. But
I think VC came out before XCOM did.
VC, really?
Well, I don't know.
Because XCOM is
first
hella
XCOM,
old, man. The first XCOM is
hella
hella
old,
old.
too.
But yeah, you do have like a unit that you control, right? And it's kind of like third person.
I think I played that on the PSP once.
That's Valkyria Chronicles 3, I think. Oh no, 2 and 3 are both on PSP.
I don't remember, but I think I played it once. It was okay for me, but yeah, it was what it was, I guess. It wasn't something that I thought it was outstanding. But yeah.
Other than that, I really wanted to play Super Robot Wars, which I never get to play.
Super Robot is a fighting game, so it doesn't really.
No, it's not.
It isn't. It? It's just mecha versus mecha, isn't it?
Sounds more
No,
like
it's
I wanna be
tactics.
Gundam actually.
It's tactics.
Is it okay? Okay, I don't know. I don't play that game, so.
I don't know. I mean, the last game where everyone literally memed about was Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Wasn't
I was
that really
gonna play
bad?
it, but the game was too expensive. I said, "Fuck you."
I'm not. I mean, I heard it isn't bad, but it was literally a meme because there were so many like unexpected design choices by Nintendo.
Like that game, man. How could you fucking sell it? for 89 USD.
89?
That's expensive.
It's
I mean, it
fucking
costs like
expensive.
50 euros here.
I don't know. Like I'm
50
looking at the
euros sounds
e-store
about right.
because I can't be fucked to go to the local retail shops to buy it because they only have it in Chinese.
Then what about PSN? I mean, eShop. Sorry.
eShop selling it for 89 USD.
Oh.
And I was like, fucking hell, man. I'd rather use that money to fucking gacha. I'm not even kidding, man.
Wow, I mean, that's sure is a lot, but I think if you haven't heard about it, there were like a lot of controversy about this game itself. I think the first one that comes to my mind is like Nintendo hired a hentai artist.
Okay. That itself is
was...
fine, but whatever.
You know. Here's a trivia. You know Ilya Seiyu, right? He was originally a hentai Seiyu.
I mean, a lot of seiyus were probably hentai seiyus. I think the one that comes to my mind...
I mean, it takes time to come clean, or like everyone has their shit start and then become a good start.
This sounds dirty, but whatever.
I mean, in Japan, you have AV idols changing from AV idols to become a proper actress. So
what is the AV idols?
Adult video.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens. So
I guess.
I mean, they have the reverse as well.
If you want it in like a more easier understanding way, Pamela Anderson was a porn actress at the start, and now she is a proper celebrity.
All right.
Didn't Kim Kardashian get big because of her video leak as well?
I think that's the same for what's that girl called? Paris Hilton, yeah.
Where can I find samples of Ilya VA's hentai?
Wait, what about Takahiro? Was he one as well? I forgot actually.
Can't remember, but for Ilya Seiyu, her old name, like when she was a hentai Seiyu, she had a different like stage name. So you need to look that up. You probably can't find it in English because this is an insider thing. So probably want to look that up in Japanese.
I think she only got big because of Fate itself, probably.
Probably. I think there's a fair number of people who only got big because of Fate.
An example like
there's a number of Seiyu that only got big because of one character, then after that they fade out as well.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing about like the voice actor of Kirito.
He didn't get popular because of Kirito though.
I remember his voice was around before Kirito. I can't remember what he voiced though.
If I remember correctly, like he only got was outstanding because of Kirito, because that was the most memorable character he acted actually out. Or was it someone else?
Pretty sure it wasn't, but let me check. Because I remember he was someone else as well before that. He's actually pretty famous.
Yeah, I mean, today, of course, yes. He's literally almost in every anime that you can think about.
Nah, he was
Would it be hella funny if he was in every what was it, isekai anime? It'd be funny.
I mean, in what isekai anime is he? Isn't he inside? I would say there was a lot of them. I mean, at the top of my head, I would say like something like No Game No Life would be the first one. There are a couple more probably.
I don't remember him being in ReZero.
Oh yeah, wait. He was. You forgot?
Who?
Betelgeuse.
Really?
You forgot?
Oh god!
Check it yourself. Check it for yourself. He was him. It was so obvious as well. How didn't you know that?
God damn! Is there any other notable seiyus that used to voice for hentai?
Saber.
Uh,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so as well.
I
I mean,
shouldn't
I
be
mean, I
sick.
probably only know a handful of male voice actors because
I can't remember, but then like
I think Medusa's voice actor did before. That's like way before. I don't know.
Really?
I can't remember. I'm not sure. So
Well, I don't. I mean, I don't watch age stuff. I just research them.
neither do I really.
No, I mean, like I just check them on my anime list, but that's it.
I just hear things on the interwebs. So
I just remember Kirito Seiyu being Belkun. That's about it.
yeah.
But yeah, but that was after Sword Art Online.
Trying to think what else is there. He was in Code Geass.
That's
Uh,
who?
Can't remember, dude.
But probably not an important role, I guess, because if you can't remember it.
No, he was in one of the squadrons, like one of the pretty important characters. I can't remember his name.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, for me, I would say he only got popular just because of Kirito alone.
Maybe. I don't
Because
even
it-
know why Sword Up hyped up so much.
Oh, I mean, I think it was the timing that came perfectly for the anime, because you have to think about 2012 was the year where people just kind of started watching anime because the big three kind of got stale really fast. So they looked for smaller ones, and me included, I just started like watching anime on the internet, and I just happened to see Sword Art Online. And this was, and I mean, it was also a time where gaming got really popular, and many people just stopped playing MMORPG overall because they got stale as well. And if they stopped playing MMORPG, then they could watch people playing MMORPG, and I would say it was the right timing just to release the anime.
For me, right, like, because this is my honest like point of view. Like anime, these 2 years have been horseshit in my opinion.
I agree with you. I mean, I only have watched like 6-7 animes last year, which is really sad if I think about it now.
Like back then, I'm probably talking about like
2011, 2012.
2010, 2011.
Oh, so
then,
the year where Fate Zero, Steins Gate, and some stuffs like these were released, you mean?
Fate Zero wasn't even out, dude.
It was 2011, I think.
Fate Zero was like 2012, 2000.
No, 2011, if I remember correctly. It ended in 2012, but it started in 11.
Like back then, like anime actually had like a proper plot, proper series, proper like story and how it goes on, character development.
I kind of disagree with you, because during that time they had so much moe unnecessary stuff.
Yes
really.
and
But,
no. I mean, you're talking like, what, in 2006, at that time, there was like K-On!, but there was also Code Geass, so...
No, Code Geass was 2008.
So somewhere around there, but yeah, so...
Like the way why I say this is maybe like in like 6 serious anime there will be like 1 or 2 like daily life or like moe or yuri crap going on. This is bound to happen. But then now I see it's probably out of 10 anime there's 6 daily life / yuri / moe or whatever you want to call it, and then maybe 1 or 2 serious anime. And out of that 2 serious anime, most likely it's gonna span in only 12 episodes. Then God knows when the fuck are you gonna get like a sequel to that? Most likely not ever gonna happen again.
I'm still pissed about
kinda-
the whole 12-episode season thing. It's
Dude,
so bad.
It used to be 24 to 28 episodes per season.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I
Fuck.
kind of have to disagree with you that, because they slowly noticed this and starting to do this as well. I mean, like, have you watched Hero Academia?
Hero Academia, yeah, I've watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what about
because
it?
like they literally release a season every year, and now with 25 episodes each year.
Oh, you
That's,
know why?
that's only Hero Academia. Like, there's only a couple
you
of
know
seasons
why,
that
though?
are 25.
What about Shokugeki no Soma then?
No, you know why these anime actually gets a season?
No.
You do know why, right? Because their publishers, the big dogs.
What?
Fucking Shonen Jump, dude.
Yeah, Shonen Jump.
Shonen Jump's not gonna. If you put a Shonen Jump anime up there, and you try to end in 12 episodes, they will fucking slam your ass, man.
Thank you,
And
Cornex, for
Shonen Jump
subscribing.
is so rich, it just buys out all the
Interesting.
time slots, anyways.
I mean, like, what anime would you wish would have a second season per an example?
Let's see. What was there? I can't remember what was in the past couple of seasons. Let me see.
I haven't properly watched anime these days. I just skip through them.
I mean, I kind of notice it when you watch Recreators in stream.
Recreators was 24 episodes. It was okay.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It was a
Like-
proper one. The only
I
reason I
mean-
skipped through it is because I know exactly how the plot goes. I was spoiled.
I mean, I think the most funny thing is probably like instead of like really watching the anime, Charles just keeps saying they repeated the animation here, they repeated the animation here.
Hmm?
Oh, they saved budget here and there.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when I was watching? You mean when I was watching fucking Recreators?
Yeah, like they totally saved budget here. You see that animation was free for 4 minutes ago. Found it kind of hilarious, like deep analysis of an anime.
It's just thanks to my old job. So I know how they save budget.
But I think the only moe anime that probably has multiple sequels would be something like Chumbyo. That's the only thing that comes to my head.
K-On! Needs a third season. I think
Oh my
K-On!
God.
Can have a third season, but
K-On! Technically can. They already have. What happened is they use a Geki Joban to cover it. They use a movie to cover it up. So
oh yeah, okay.
What do you
they
mean?
went to London.
Hmm?
As
Yeah,
like a uni
they went to
collection.
collect them. So you guys have any dirt on Madoka Magica? There's no way Urobuchi is innocent. No one who is a friend of Nasui's.
Urobochi's never innocent. Like the thing, I don't know if I told you guys first, but Urobochi was like on the verge of killing himself back then.
Why?
Before like Nitro Plus actually start going uphill, they were actually doing quite bad. So none of their titles actually sell, and then they pretty much couldn't earn money, and Urobochi was under a lot of stress, so he actually was in hospital majority of the time.
That's kind of sounds like an ordinary anime industry. Yeah, I know it sounds wrong, but it sounds.
It's actually normal because back then, when I was in Japan, right?
Hmm?
It's become such a norm that it actually scares me. Like in a company, when I talk to my friend who's in a more intense company than I was in, because back then I was working in an anime card industry, so it didn't have much stress on me, because especially when I'm like not as high up. But then my friend is working in like a consultant, like financial agency company, and then every week, he'll just tell me, I think one guy jumped off the building this week. Yeah, 2 guys jumped off, and then another guy work overload and just basically worked himself to death. And he just phrased it out as if like it's nothing.
It's an everyday thing or what?
It's like as if it's like an everyday thing. And then like when I'm on the train, sometimes the train delays, and then there's this one time I just heard this loud bang, and apparently someone died. And then there was another time in Japan where I literally saw a moment ago someone was there, and then literally after a while he disappeared, and then you just heard like a huge bang, and then the train station, and then like everyone was there, right? So it's clearly that guy jumped the train, but then everyone treated it as if nothing's happened. And then you have like the conductor going like, oh yeah, we have like accident going on, we have a suicide accident, so everyone, I'm sorry, the train's delayed. And then you can hear people groaning at the side.
Like it's nothing
they're like-
unusual.
They're like, are you fucking kidding me? I'll be late.
Wow, man, it sounds kind of like the Okumura dungeon from Persona 5.
And I'm just
it's
like,
so
dude, man,
common
don't
at that
die.
point, so people are just numbed by it now. So it's
Kind of scares me how Japanese, think stuff. I guess.
it's not a good thing, that's for sure. But
Yeah,
when things happen enough, you get used to them. It's just human nature. Yeah, you get used to it, and it just doesn't shock you as much as it did in the first couple of times.
Kind of makes me wonder what the tourists in Japan thinks.
Well,
Here's the thing: the tourists in Japan would never see this kind of stuff.
Tourism boards wouldn't publicize these. I mean, these kind of issues are things where you kind of need to delve in a little bit deeper to know, I suppose. So people who are just like, oh, let's go to Japan for fun, they won't see it. But if you're actually that little bit more interested in it, you'll find these kind of problems.
And honestly speaking, if you're just going there as a tourist, right, you wouldn't go to any of the financial and working locations because there'll only be 2 or 4 places you will always want to go, and that's it. And most likely in those places, shit won't happen. Let's be honest. If you go to Japan, where are you going to go? You're gonna go to Akiba. You're gonna go to Shibuya. You're gonna go to Roppongi.
What's Roppongi?
Roppongi is like a fancy district. It's like I'll compare it to Times Square of America.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I think. Is it this one big traffic place that?
You mean the crossing? That's Shibuya.
Yeah. Oh.
So there's only these 2 or 3 locations people will go because that's where you can go shopping. That's where you can buy stuff, buy
that's
games,
where you can
buy
escape
figures,
reality, I guess.
And then that's where you can buy clothes. And then tourists they won't have to go to the other locations because it doesn't concern them. Other than that, they'll probably go to touristy locations and all that stuff. I mean, unless you're dumb or some idiot who wants to go to the Silver Pine Forest, and that's another story.
Jake Paul.
Logan Paul. Logan. Logan is not Jake.
Okay. So what about that Fate Extra anime that's supposed to be airing today? Actually, already aired, I think. But
it aired
really?
last night.
We
Yeah,
gotta check my
aired last
Netflix then. I gotta check my Netflix.
No one's subbed it yet.
I don't know. I watch animes like Violet Evergarden on Netflix, and what surprises me the most, you of course need a decent VPN so they won't locate you. But once you're there are sometimes anime that are not on the US Netflix that are subbed or have an English dub. This is probably the thing that blows my mind. An example,
it's just VPN to Japan.
Yeah, exactly. And
VPN to Japan just makes it easy.
Yeah, but the thing on Netflix though is they can detect some VPN, so they block you. So you just need a better VPN, which mostly ends up paying monthly because you get undetected. But that aside, I actually was surprisingly amazed that they even have an English dub for Violet Evergarden, an example.
Yeah, same actually. But
the anime is not even out on the Netflix, and they have an English dub on the Japanese Netflix, which I thought, why?
Sounds cool.
But I gotta say that the English dub is amazing. Actually, I'm really surprised.
I have not really listened to the English dub yet.
There's a few anime titles that actually sounds better with English dub.
Fate Apocrypha.
Does it?
I
haven't heard that one.
Fate Apocrypha English dub is surprisingly really good, I would say. Even unexpected for me. I even prefer it over the Japanese one because the Japanese in Fate Apocrypha can sound really wrong and forced at times, especially Mordred, I would say. Even though Mordred's voice actress is really good in many animes, I was really disappointed in Apocrypha.
I think Mordred was okay. I think the voice acting wasn't that bad. It was pretty decent.
No, I mean it's decent, but expected much more of her, I would say.
I'd say it's just everything else in Apocrypha kind of makes it dull. And
I haven't
when
watched.
you're
because
surrounded by dull, you become dull.
I'm surprised you guys actually watched it. I didn't bother.
I mean, I haven't finished watching it because Netflix only has 12 episodes for now.
The moment I saw A1 pictures, I'm like, fuck no.
Aren't we glad that Shaft is doing extra? I still haven't watched it yet. I want to go watch it after this if I can find it. But I don't
Same thing.
It's
Gotta
not even
watch it
out
and-
yet, James.
know. I can watch
check.
the Raw. That's okay.
Let me check for a moment if it's out on Netflix, and I can confirm.
Because if it's out, I would have got it straight away.
Gotta
have it
watch
on
it.
RSS.
Okay. I should have it on RSS as well. I think.
Unless you didn't do it unless you didn't do it this season.
I did, but maybe extra wasn't on yet.
It was on the list, but then
Yeah, I might have to.
because if it is horrible subs would have had it straight.
I can't access my VPN right now, so I guess I
What
gotta check it
VPN
later.
service do you use, man?
I use one on my phone. I don't know really what it's called.
I use Tunnel Bear.
Yeah, I mean, I wished I could, but like I don't have money for it now.
Totally talking legal stuff right now.
What VPN's legal?
I mean,
I pay to be in that country's network.
I still think it's kind of stupid that Netflix don't release the animes in like simulcastly, but what shall we do?
Netflix takes time to grow, man. It's still slowly getting there.
But yeah, they're the biggest streaming services right now out there, even better than Amazon Prime and some other ones.
To be honest, I could have watched it yesterday.
Oh,
I tried it out.
I know, you could have.
Why could he?
So here's the thing, right?
I mean, I
don't
tried it
know.
yesterday on Netflix.
I don't know if it's legal or not, but whatever it is. So went to this random shop, right?
Hmm.
And they sell these TV boxes.
The
So
what?
I bought
The
this
what?
TV. I bought this TV box, right?
Oh,
And what it does is basically unlocks all the Japanese television stations.
I think you mean an IP box, which is definitely illegal.
Basically, it unlocks all the TV stations.
I
for
know
me.
what you mean. It's called an IP box, and that's illegal. That's definitely illegal.
Netflix is improving, they say. One example is Devilman Crybaby. How is that actually?
I
I've
haven't
not
watched
seen
it yet
that.
because I
I've
mean
not
I
seen
haven't
that.
watched it yet because I think I will probably vomit in this anime. Not because it's bad, because it's like not for me.
Gore.
Yeah, too much gore and probably the topic they talk about in this anime, so I avoid it.
You'd enjoy Higurashi.
Higurashi was okay, I guess, but yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about Berserk?
No.
No, Devilman Crybaby on Netflix.
It's so
I haven't
bad.
seen it. It's bad.
I mean, the animation is interesting. I would say it's definitely something new and fresh from Netflix side. I would say, but if we talk about Berserk, let's please don't talk about it.
Berserk was just horrible. Like that series in 3D was.
I mean, can you even consider it as an anime? Would be my first question.
Oh, you know what I
didn't
hated?
watch
though?
it.
Hmm?
But
I hated the fact that they got so lazy. They start to use 3D model as animations,
using 3D models
and
as
it just
animation.
looks fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's kind of not really anime
Like,
per se.
I started noticing them doing that at Love Live.
Love Live.
I mean, when did Love Live didn't use CG? Let's be honest.
Love Live
The
uses
first
a
season
lot.
didn't really. And then after that, what else use CG?
They
I mean,
use
the
CG for their fucking songs on the stage or whatever.
I mean, Love Live is probably one of the worst CG I have ever seen.
The other one
Yes.
that they use CG.
It looks so cranky and it sucks, and the face expression looks even wrong. That's the main reason why I prefer Idol Master, because they at least draw their dances.
Still not ping pong the animation.
Ping Pong, the animation is really good. I gotta say that. I like that.
Ping Pong, the animation was so different to the point where my art teacher in fucking Australia showed it to me. He was like, "This is art." I'm like, "Okay."
No, it's really good.
Have
I
you-
think.
have you
I
guys
mean,
seen
I mean, look.
No, I have seen it, and I will give it props. It is actually a pretty decent style. So,
I mean,
But I wouldn't
besides
say it that
the-
way.
And I mean, the animations can be clunky and questionable at times, but the art is definitely interesting, and the story is good as well.
yeah, it was alright.
But yeah, I'll give you that. The animation sucks for sure. That's for sure.
I like the anime, but Love Live CG really threw me off.
I mean, I started to watch Love Live because of
that
my
really
friend.
threw me off was I'm trying to think what it was.
I mean, I watched Love Live just because of my friend, and in the end, after I watched it, I was like, "What's so good about that?" I really prefer Idol Master. The story isn't even good.
I
Oh,
watched
did
it,
Kanko
and it was
have
okay.
CG?
It's like, I think it did.
I mean-
Kankole did. A little bit. Pretty sure it did.
They had a little bit, and then after that, the second release they had no CGs.
I mean, like, Kankole's CG was definitely not as bad as Love Live. I'll give you
It was okay, but then after that, when they released the Blu-ray version, they replaced all the CG scenes with hand-drawn scenes.
Really?
because they earned money.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the same thing they did with Kagero Days.
Kagero Days. Oh man, it's been ages since Kagero Days.
Oh man. But to be honest, I think my
What's
probably
worse?
favorite anime
Is that
studio.
animal? Is
What?
that animal anime? I can't remember what it is.
Oh, you mean that from Crunchyroll?
No, that stupid animal anime. The one the fucking penguin got addicted to a cardboard.
Yeah, that's from Crunchyroll.
The what is it?
Grape Coon.
It's something Japari Park or something. I don't know. What is it? Kemono Friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yes. Yes. That anime was funded by Crunchyroll. Didn't you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
no,
Surprisingly,
nor do I
it was
want to
funded by Crunchyroll, and I mean, even if it wasn't well received in the West, it was well received in Japan.
People really liked it. I watched the first episode. I'm like, eh.
I mean, I also didn't like it, but I mean, if Japan likes it, if it makes money, I don't care.
I mean, yeah, if people like it, that's fine with me. You like what you like.
I think the only thing I liked about this whole thing is about the meme with Grape Coon. That's probably one of the most hilarious things I've seen last year. I mean, it's sad that he died, yes, but I think it's still funny.
Yeah,
I mean, even an animal can as a...
yeah, I'm basically the same kind of opinion. Like, yeah, he's dead. That's kind of not funny, but the whole thing about it being a meme is kind of funny.
that even an animal can have a waifu.
Yeah, man. Well, looking forward to the extra anime. Shaft, hope you do a good job. Shaft won't disappoint.
I haven't watched Monogatari, but like the opening from Trip C was interesting, so I hope they actually nail it in the anime.
Yeah.
I think the only anime I'm really hyped about this year would be Steins Gate Zero and Persona 5.
You know what shits me the most?
Hmm?
The fact that God Eater never came back.
Yeah, God Eater. Nah, Ufotable is busy with Heaven's Feel, man. Too busy with Heaven's Feel.
The series was so fucking good.
I don't know. The CG bothered me the most. in
It
that
was
series.
pretty good. It was pretty good though.
The CG was so good though. It wasn't even
I didn't like the CG.
They made it so movie-esque.
No, I thought it. I mean, it bothered me really much. So I thought, like, I mean, I watched it till like episode 3 or 4, and then I was like, no, I'm stopping here right here. I can't really bother to watch this.
Oh, I remember now. Another CG anime. Fucking the one with the submarine.
I don't know.
Kankole.
The Arpeggio
Don't know.
Arpeggio Lost Steel, something like that.
of the Blue Steel. Yeah. that's
Blue
right.
Steel. Yeah, that's it. I didn't watch that. Seemed kind of yeah, whatever. So
It kind of surprises me, even though you don't watch anime, Charles, you still remember a lot of them.
You know they're like really old titles.
Yeah,
I
Arpeggio
mean,
is a hell
I'm-
old title.
Oh, you mean that's an old CG anime or what?
Arpeggio is like 2000 and it's like 2012, I think.
That's not really old. Oh man, we have 18 now. I feel old.
5 years ago, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, if it's, I mean, if I heard something like 20 plus, I never think it's old. Only if it's before that. But now, if you think about it, we already have 2018. I really feel old.
I mean, look at it, man. I'm almost fucking at the age of being someone's
Husband.
Dad.
technically, in my age, people should be dad already.
I
mean, everyone-
It's
everyone-
pretty young. To
I
be
mean,
a dad,
everyone
I'd say.
around me is like married.
I have friends that are
And
married
some-
too. My freaking
Some of
niece
them
is
already got
married.
kids too.
Your niece is married.
My niece is
And some of
married
them
and
got
has a
kids as
kid.
Oh,
And
man,
there's like
feel-
this, and there's me fucking here playing phone games.
Not to mention spending thousands of dollars just for a single card.
Not for a PNG, man. Animated PNG.
Fucking spending lots of money for fucking a PNG and some shitty sprites.
Feels
You
good.
still wait? Do you still play Puzzle and Dragons? I thought you stopped.
Puzzle and Dragons? Nah, I stopped playing it ages ago, dude. Fuck that game.
What is PNG then?
The
PNG is
image
a
format.
image format.
Oh, you mean that? I thought it was the shortcut for Puzzle and Dragons.
No.
Spending money on PNG? Wait, what?
That's what
I mean,
the
like, all
game
that
is.
money is spent on like the servant, right?
Oh, you mean? Oh, I see what you mean. I thought it was a game.
Nah. I mean, I swear, like, if fucking FGO dies, all my money's gone.
Money. Poof. At least we know we invested it into Heaven's Feel.
I mean, I
At
will
least
be
I
honest.
know-
I'll be
At
honest.
least I know I
Yeah.
was somehow one of the ones that managed to save Chaldea.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think GBF dies before FGO.
GBF won't die for a while. It's even got a PS4 game coming, dude.
Well, FGO also managed to get an arcade game and
GBF
movies.
also is getting an arcade game.
How do they get one? I don't understand.
Do you know how rich Cygames is? And you know how popular like Granblue is? Like, you know how like Fate has their own event booth and venue? They
Mhm.
start their own festival. Same as Granblue. They open their own thing. That's how
But-
rich they are.
But
Yes.
if I remember
Granblue-
correctly, not many celebrities play GBF, right?
Are you kidding me? Did you not see the list?
Really? I thought more celebrities play FGO than
Even
GBF.
Marshu betrayed FGO and went to fucking Granblue.
What? Why?
Taneda
Haneda
Risa.
Risa.
Yeah, but her. I thought you meant Rie.
No, no, I mean Taneda Risa. She went to GBF, and then you have Nakamura Ryuichi,
Yeah, Nakamura I know about.
and then you have the Seiyu for what's that thing called?
Think.
For Chihaya from Idolmaster.
Chihaya. Let me think. I forgot.
Asami Ima, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
you have Toyama now,
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
and then even like Sukita's fucking playing GBF. I know that for sure because he's playing GBF and Shadowverse intensive. Like, if you know Sukita and Nakamura, they actually started this TV like series called I think Tokyo something, Tokyo Channel, Tokyo something.
Oh, you showed me
That's
that once. And
Yeah, like every
yeah.
episode they play games and talk about the game's history and all that stuff. And they'll invite different seiyus as guests. It's pretty interesting.
So it's similar to Caldia's radio.
kinda, not really. They're doing it about games and just any game they want. So
Ah, I see.
I doubt Risa will be coming back to FGO as the current Mashu. Maybe if they made an alter Mashu or a different version of Mashu, maybe.
Martial altar?
Well, maybe if they bring in another one of Taneda Risa's characters like Kiyohime or Marie or Matahari back, you know, if they make new versions of them.
I think what I really hope is we get a martial altar, and this would be the Risa.
Yeah, I would actually be pretty down with that. That would be so cool. I'd like that.
I mean, it would be literally waifu wars.
Oh, it's called Tokyo Encounter.
Tokyo Encounter.
Sounds like a gacha game.
I mean, like I think they played like GBF in that TV show as well.
Wouldn't be surprised.
But
the guests they have on the show is pretty funny. Like, legit, they got the seiyuu for Cloud to go on the show, and then they play Final Fantasy VII, and he's like, "How does it feel to play yourself?" And they're like, "Guess what? I'm gonna kill you now." And then he purposely not kill Cloud and watch Cloud die.
Wait, isn't Cloud Seiyu Takahiro?
Yeah, they had Takahiro in there.
He's my favorite male voice actor for sure.
Like they had so much. I still remember like they had like fucking. They even had Nana Mizuki in there at one point.
Who is that?
Nana Mizuki, you don't know? Like famous pop idol, Japanese idol, so singer.
I don't know.
She also did the voices,
I
like
really
voices for some
anything
characters.
outside of anime in Japan, let's say like this.
I think she voiced
the
Hinata,
one-
right?
No, she voiced Fate.
Fate. Oh, Fate
So
from from Nanoha.
Ah, no. She voiced Takamaki An.
Who is that?
P5.
P5.
Yeah, she voiced An.
Oh, her!
Yeah.
I didn't play the Japanese version, man. Fuck.
I did. How can you not play the Japanese version of P5? You're
I was playing it on stream.
So what? Switch over to Japanese, you monster!
The game was English. So it was English only. Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you mean P5, not P4.
Like,
P5. P5.
If you guys have not watched that TV series, you guys should watch it. Like I still remember, like the best scene ever was they were playing Basara, and they had like Date Masamune Seiyu came in, and he was like but you know when like the characters are over exaggerated and they scream, right? You know, let's party and yaha and all that stuff. So the character was like screaming in the game, and he's like, "Don't you feel embarrassed?" It was so fucking good.
Oh man, that's so good. Tokyo Encounters. Gotta watch that sometime.
You guys gotta watch that. Tokyo Encounter.
Wait, let me write that down. Is it
I'll send you guys an image of the show. They actually have a proper image to put on the posters, but I'll put it on Discord so maybe James can share it and show it to people.
My Discord is showing your face at the moment, bro.
What face? Oh, his face.
Okay,
download the image.
I'll download the image. Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's the poster.
Okay. Let me save this. Okay.
Yeah, like they have this room like full of all the consoles. It's like fucking
Image.
Oh my god. But it kind of sounds like an ordinary American show. American person would do the same thing, actually.
There
like
you go.
American show.
This one. So this show, yeah.
Tokyo Encounter. If you guys have time, go watch it. I'm sure someone had subbed this series.
Oh, you understand Japanese?
Oh yeah, I understand Japanese, yeah. Technically P3 and P4 have been exclusive to English whenever it's been localized, so playing P5 is the right way. Man. Ugh. I really like P5. I wouldn't mind playing it again, but starting from scratch with no personas, oh man. I do want to play it in Japanese sometime, but oh god.
You have to play Japanese, it's amazing. I think just because of the Japanese voice actor, everyone considered Makoto as waifu material, because her English voice sucks.
The English was okay, but that's
No,
you know,
I mean the English dub in general was okay, but Makoto's English voice actress wasn't good.
I didn't pick that up. I was just like, it's okay. It's like whatever.
I mean, if you just listen to the Japanese one, you understand why people
If
say
I listen to
Makoto-
the Japanese one, I'll be like, this fits a lot better for sure.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, like, exception would be something like, I mean, there are a handful, I would say, both voices are fine, but Makoto is one of them where I would say only Japanese, because the English one isn't good. It's really not good. It doesn't really suit her, it doesn't really suit her character at all.
Oh, I found an image with Takehiro in it.
Wait, well, you mean from the show or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Takehiro is the middle one, right?
Yeah, the middle one.
Oh man, I gotta watch the show. Seems to be fun after you explain all the stuff. But I think you also probably need to be, need to understand the seiyus to actually get the jokes.
Probably.
Because
I think
like,
at the start of every show when they had that guest, they asked them like what they had voiced in the
There you
past.
go.
voiced in the past, okay. I mean, with Takehiro it probably will be fun. Especially after you say the thing about Cloud.
I remember that because like they were playing that one part in the extra scene, and then he was like, "How does it feel to play yourself?" And then he's like, "Oh, I didn't." Sometimes it feels good being like the main character, and he's like, "Well, guess what? The main character can die." And then
It's like just looking for a fight.
Okay.
Another 2-hour stream.
I mean, sometimes they made like really sexual jokes in there, which is kind of funny as well.
Tokyo Encounter.
But I still trying to. Oh,
There you go. I typed it in. That should be it. Okay. Well, we didn't really have much to talk about this week. So
Sadly,
yeah.
because there hasn't been that much in FGO like last year, I would say.
It's mostly the events and whether you played them or not and how you experienced it and stuff. So because since you haven't played the event, we can't really talk that much about it. Time to
more
find
like
some
me
stuff
and
to
you
watch.
talked about it too much during the fucking stream.
Yeah, we talked about it too much during stream while we were actually streaming. So
I think I probably have the idea that Charles probably like flamed very much.
Not really, actually.
not really. It was actually pretty doable. It was.
It's pretty...
Yeah.
To be honest, like I was just cruising through the whole thing.
I just remember the one time which the epic of
You're cutting in and out, so.
I think the only time where Charles was really desperate was Epic of Remnant 4, but because you both made that stupid rule.
Yeah.
Oh, that pissed me off so hard.
Because we made like, stupid rules.
Stupid. That stupid rule. Like I was stuck at that one part because I had no casters.
As I said, no to Melon, no to Waver. That was pretty fun.
Like literally the only caster I could use was Ilya. That's all I remember.
And then even that
After
failed.
Ilya and Stanzo, and I had no supports. So literally does shit all. And then in the end, I remember I was using some sort of random to cheese my way through, like the last part.
You mean the Kojiro part or the part with Shiro Kotomina?
Shiro is easy. Just use BB and kill him.
Say's the one who got killed with Sasaki.
Well,
James.
that's because I was like, I can solo this. I just use my skills. Oh wait, no master skills, right? Oh fuck, yeah, fuck. Okay, rip, RIP.
Yeah, you were like, you wasted all your skills and you just went like, oh BAB, so I can get like I can get the fucking MP gauge, and I'm like, dude, that's not how you play Musashi.
I don't have Musashi.
the
How do you think I know how to play Musashi? Huh?
Musashi is all about DPS and normal damage. MP is just a bonus.
I found it way too hilarious. I watched it during the stream. I laughed so hard. I thought like, no, James, don't.
And then I was like, oh my god, are you going to die from that?
And then when you really died, I laughed so hard.
Look, I just made some stupid mistakes. So yeah, that's why I lost at the end. That's it. Yeah. Like at that point, I was getting pretty tired.
I mean, of course, 10-hour stream, it sure is something. Not even Sean managed to do it so long.
How long did Sean go for actually?
I think he planned to do a 24-hour stream, but only closed it after like 9 or 10.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But I mean, it's obvious
yay,
because
James.
like, if you
Our records are
stream...
beaten.
But I mean, like, of course, if you stream this long, then you're obviously tired really fast.
Yeah, it gets pretty tiring.
Nah, sometimes you just run out of things to say.
Like us now.
The reason we ran out of stuff to say is because you didn't do any of the stuff, so we can't talk to you about it.
I mean, I watched a bit of your streams, but yeah, I got a bit too desperate about John the Arc, so I take a break.
John also was
alright,
just...
man.
I was annoyed, but I was like, whatever.
Because you're aiming for MP5, that's why.
At least you have John Alter, unlike me.
I got one copy. I'm done. I'm happy. I'm good.
I mean, I would be happy too, but where is my copy?
Did we even have lunch or dinner during that stream?
Yeah, we did. We fucking ordered fucking Nino in.
Yeah, we did. We ordered. So we had like lunch, I think. Yeah.
And
No,
remember
yeah,
what I
that's
did
right.
was,
We were
after
rotating.
I killed that fucking assassin. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going for lunch.
Yeah.
No, I'm going for dinner.
No, like you went to eat your lunch, and then I was like, okay, I keep playing, and then you were done, and then I was like, okay, my turn to have lunch.
10-hour stream, that's insane, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get, I think if we get a similar event like the Solomon one, we should have a stream of all of us together. Like, get as many YouTubers as we can and stream together. How we do it, how we fail it.
That'd be pretty chaotic, actually, having like more.
To be honest,
than
like,
two, I think.
I think like if there was something like another Samosa, then maybe we can do like we can all stream in one single channel. That would be good.
But the problem is like we need to ask a lot of people for that, and perhaps maybe some
To be honest,
volunteers.
it's fine enough with just me, you, James, and Sean.
I mean, if Sean has the time, that was.
If Sean has the
I talked
time.
to him
Yeah.
yesterday. Like Sean just said, I approached him too late. You know, 'cause I think he had an arrangement with someone else.
Yeah, that's alright.
I think he streamed with the I am the main
That's 'cause he-
character once.
That's because he streamed what?
What?
He streamed what?
No, he streamed once with the main character. That's a YouTube channel.
Oh, the main character is a YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, besides Gacha, he doesn't really do anything else. Is what I noticed, as at least.
Like for Sean, right?
Hmm.
Like he doesn't read his Discord. That's the problem.
Told you.
Like I only managed to get to him because I have him on Facebook.
Oh. Oh, that's how you managed to do the PUBG once.
PUBG was actually. Here's the thing. I did not approach him about PUBG.
I think that was coincidental, actually.
He went onto my stream. He saw me playing PUBG, and he was like, "Dude, let me join."
Is PUBG fun? I tried it once. It wasn't for me because it died after 3 minutes.
No, PUBG is only fun when you play with friends.
Ah.
Yeah, PUBG is only fun when you play with friends. Then you get stupid shit like me standing up and down in the field.
I still haven't made like fucking kind of highlights from that.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried, I think, 4 rounds of PUBG and then I always died like... I mean, the longest I survived was 5 minutes.
I can't survive at all, man. Game's hard.
And this, I think, the probably most fun part about, or at least my fun part from this game is, you just run around and there are no enemies. And once the enemy comes here, you have freaking panic. And you're like, oh my god, gotta kill him, and you miss everything. Literally everything.
The only thing I need FGO to have right now is multiplayer ability.
Some
I mean,
kind of
as long as the
multiplayer would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it isn't PvP, I'm fine with it.
Not PvP, like some team play or something maybe would be cool.
Like maybe team raid,
Like
and then
GPF or something.
yeah,
This would be
something
great.
like that, and then see whoever gets the most score.
No, not like this. Then this is literally like GPF.
I don't know. Or maybe like do team raids. Whoever like kill the creatures fastest. I don't know, man. Like at least
This sounds literally like GBF what you're describing.
or anything that you could like interact, because there's no interactivity.
I mean, yeah. The raid we had with Solomon or Raikou isn't really a raid. It's more like a Genki Dama system, is what I would say, or a Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the English translation. What shall we do?
I know. It's just funny when you say it.
Wait.
I mean, same thing with Makanko Senpo and Special Beam Cannon.
So I hope they will do something about it. And fucking hell, fix the fucking screen ratio, man.
What phone are you using?
Note 8.
We have a widescreen ratio phone, me and Charles both.
Oh.
Yeah,
something
so
like
we
iPhone
have
10.
these black bars on the side when we play FGO, but otherwise normally like the screen is like really good. It's like extra wide screen.
So it's so you use something like iPhone 10 or Samsung S8?
Samsung S8.
I'm using Note 8.
Yeah. So
Oh, man.
yeah, and Charles just gets really bothered by that every time. I'm just like, they're never gonna
I don't
focus
know,
on that.
maybe it's because I have some sort of OCD. I just look at the black bars and just pisses me off, man.
Just get used to it, man. I'm like, black bars, whatever. It doesn't bother me.
I think
If
what
I knew
bothers
this
me.
shit was happening, I would have gotten the Razer.
if they do fix it, that'd be cool. If they don't, I'm fine with it. It's like whatever.
I
It's
think
not
the most
important.
probably insane thing that I noticed is how smooth GBF runs on the iPhone 10.
Are you using iPhone 10?
No, I'm not, but like I saw a few videos. I tested it on my friend's phone. It's insane.
What phone are you using?
I'm using OnePlus 5, which is a disappointment actually after like half a year. It's a great
OnePlus
phone, I
5.
give you that, but like
That's
Japanese.
the same time. That's the same time as our phone.
Yeah, but like I would say the main issue I have with my phone is like even though it has great specs, it's not optimized with Japanese games, which is a huge issue with FGO.
But here's the thing: iPhone runs any games at full speed
Because it's optimized, I know.
because iPhone has nothing. It's so simple.
What you mean?
It's simple. Like everything
Here's
is
the
like
thing: the difference between iPhone and Android is the Android system has multiple layers of decryptancies running in the background, whereas for iPhone, it's literally when you run that thing, you think. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why even though Android you have so much RAM, it seems like it's never enough. Whereas for iPhone, because it's so simple, they restrict you to do certain things. You can't customize your thing, you can't do that, you can't do this, you have to only use this. That's why iPhone is so simple.
Which is what I would prefer for mobile games actually.
That's why iPhone is just so smooth and they control it. You can't customize it, tweak it to your own liking.
I'd rather be able to
Like, I
customize
don't
my phone.
mind iPhone, honestly speaking, but then the price is just getting more and more ridiculous.
Too expensive, yeah.
$200 for a fucking phone?
What?
Yeah, for the iPhone 10.
It's actually definitely cheaper in Hong Kong than here.
It's like 1,000 something USD
Indeed.
Yeah.
in Hong Kong for iPhone 10.
Yeah, it's like, but you have to compare it like here in Europe it's 1,300 euros.
That's why I said it's fucking stupid. Like, with that fucking money, that's like a month of someone's salary.
Feels bad.
I know, right?
I
It's just
so
literally,
much money.
I literally could have spent my money on a new phone instead of gutching for John Alta, if I think about it.
Like, back then, a flagship would cost you around 700 USD at tops. That's like the best spec and everything. And now they're just raising the bar bit by bit. which is what annoys me.
It's Apple
Yeah,
brand
but the
name.
thing is actually like you don't need to purchase the phone this regular anymore because the game's optimization aren't that high as they used to be. Like back then, let's say something like the really old Android, they even sucked more than the iPhone if I remember correctly. While today, both are fine. Even the phones from like 3 years ago still runs no problem with games.
That's probably the reason why. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Apple is just fucking destroying the market by raising the bar higher and higher. Like, I like Apple products. Clean, they're simple, they're good. But if you keep raising a price and overpricing your shit like that, who's gonna want to buy it?
But I kind of
People
feel
will buy
this,
it because brand name.
I kind of feel this issue with Samsung phones, but yeah.
Samsung is still fine, dude. A flagship. I mean, I got my phone for like 680. What more do you want, dude? That's like fucking $400 cheaper.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of Samsung, to be honest.
I was not a fan of Samsung too.
Well, after
I was
this phone,
actually-
this is pretty damn good. So yeah.
Yeah, like, I'll tell you this. I was a Sony fan.
Sony phones suck. I can give you that. Sony
They used
phones
to be
really
good.
suck.
Well, the
They just
Xperias
got-
were quite nice. Just
They were good. They were pretty damn nice back then.
yeah.
And then I don't know what the fuck happened to them. They start going
Saving
down.
budget like PS4. And what I noticed the trend from Sony is like they really like to save budget since their PS3 experience. I mean, like just look at the PS4. Really,
Still
the
using
PS4 is
HTC.
literally weaker than the Xbox. The only reason why you get the PS4 is just because of the exclusive titles. But the device is so weak, and especially if you look at the PS4 Pro, it doesn't even have a 4K Blu-ray player.
For me is like I'd take the PS4 because Xbox looks like shit.
I mean, like, I would say something like this. If you watch, like, streaming services or movies, I would rather have the Xbox. But I get the PS4 just because of the games.
Well, you get the
The thing
console
is, if you
because of
watch
the games.
streaming
I'd say.
services these days, TV comes with it.
What?
The TV actually comes with Netflix.
No. We've not really saying streaming services, but I still like to watch things on Blu-ray, and probably in 4K in the future. I would say something like this.
Oh, you mean if you watch like a Blu-ray player?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't have your own Blu-ray player?
I use my consoles for Blu-ray.
I buy a separate. Doesn't cost anything.
Depends if it's 4K, it does cost more.
A 4K Blu-ray player here costs like. So, I don't know.
I mean, the Xbox One S I saw, which has 4K Blu-ray, cost about 180 euros here.
Here's the thing, I have an Xbox, but I've never used it.
Why
Yeah,
do we have an
never used
Xbox?
it. Console collector.
Console collecting is one thing, but then one of my close friends, he actually owns a store that sells like he owns a game store, so he sells video games. So majority of my games, I usually just go to him for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that time he had a second-hand Xbox, and it cost like back then. That's when like Xbox first came out, so it was like really really expensive for a bloody Xbox. And he was telling me if I wanted, he charged me $220 for the whole set.
And you just got it.
So I was like 220 USD. That's not bad, you know. So I got it. I got it because that's one thing, but I also really wanted to play Tomb Raider, which was exclusive on Xbox at that time.
And now it's not anymore.
Now it's not anymore. And then after that, I got another game, which was I think it was Psycho Pass. It was a visual novel.
Oh yeah, Psychopath. I remember that.
That's on the PlayStation, though.
It was on
It was
Xbox first.
exclusive. Yeah, it was exclusive on Xbox first, and then it became available on PlayStation. Then the third game I got for free from my friend because he was like throwing out trash. He gave me a copy of Quantum Break, which I still have not opened the packaging yet. And now the Xbox is sitting in the office as a Blu-ray player.
Exactly. As I said before, if you use it for watching TV, then I would rather have the Xbox because the PlayStation definitely is not good for that.
The thing about the Xbox is I really dislike the controller.
Oh yeah, the controller.
It's fine, I guess.
It's okay, but whatever, man.
It feels like I'm holding a crab. Maybe it's because I'm Asian, but
I'm allergic to crabs, man. I wouldn't know.
you're allergic doesn't mean you can't touch them. You just can't eat them.
It means I don't touch them.
Pretty sure you can touch them, just don't
No,
eat them.
it doesn't mean that I can't touch them. It just means that I don't touch them. Why would I want to touch it if I don't want to eat it?
Maybe you want to hold it and see how heavy is a crab.
Because I want to
Exactly,
caress the
just-
crab, right?
I mean, you have to look at this way. You just have to think like Yusuke from Persona 5. Exactly. He just bought lobsters just because they are beautiful.
Yeah,
I
because
guess.
they're pretty.
Utsukushi. I mean, I swear, I laughed so hard at that scene.
That scene was pretty good. Okay. Well, that pretty much covers up all the topics we had today anyway. Not like we had much.
Covered like one topic and then we just get off track. Start talking about everything else.
Yeah, basically, for like an hour and a half, like we basically just talked about everything else. But yeah, there really wasn't much to talk about today. So, yeah. Hopefully there's more stuff that comes out later.
Perhaps we can make a stream about Tokyo Counter.
I don't know if we could watch that on stream, but...
Or
No,
maybe-
not
or
no,
maybe-
no, no.
or
We
maybe-
we make a
maybe-
discussion stream.
Or maybe we should just do another podcast that discuss about something else.
Ah, whatever.
this
This can be just
this would
this
work.
can be just it. Whatever. Like F-Gear and other random things on the side. So
Yeah. A lot of random things.
a lot of random things today.
Completely everything but FGO.
kind of makes the streaming really sad. Actually.
Alright, guys. I think we're going to end it there for today, since we're hitting about the 2-hour mark now.
We already hit it over.
Yeah, we're already over 2 hours. Alright. So, thank you guys for watching. James, Charlie over there, and Tokiri down there again. I'll post links to his channel later. But, okay. Will you be going through the floor later this afternoon, or are you guys done? I think we're done. Yeah. We'll be doing the... I'll be doing the rest off stream. I might record it and post it if you guys want, but yeah.
I still sit in the corner and cry about John Alto.
Yeah,
But,
okay.
most likely we'll come up with something soon.
Alright.
Soon. But
Alright.
yeah.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you anyone who's watching after this is uploaded. Remember, if you guys are new, stream links are down below in the description. And yeah. Thanks again, guys. And we will see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Bye-bye.
What are we streaming tomorrow?
I don't know. You
That's
had it
a
on the
weird
schedule,
question.
so yeah, okay. Okay, see you guys!